Yeah, I have 2 o'clock. Can you hear me? I see Tom just joined, so we have everybody on. I'm going to open the meeting. Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any changes? Are all in favor of the agenda as proposed? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, for my president's remarks, I'm going to ask Jeremy Tucker to briefly talk about where we are with the referendum issue, so that the whole board is updated, and also so that the community can hear where we are on the referendum. Jeremy?
Sure, thank you. Consistent with the association's bylaws and resolutions, we are moving forward with sending the notice of hearing out as required. We must give 15 days notice of the notice of hearing. The board will set once the date of that hearing date has been set, the notice will go out to all the owners. This will be coordinated with the elections committee to set the date when ballots must be received. This was all intended to be completed as far as the economic side, and hold the hearing and have the ballot count by the end of this fiscal year. So we're moving forward. The notice of hearing has been prepared. The matter is going to print, and then we will move forward with all that. So what everybody can expect to see is the notice of hearing in the mail in the near future, once that date of hearing is set. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to open the floor for public comments. And I'd like to remind everyone, your public comments can only relate to the agenda items regarding the board's motion to either waive or not waive the privilege on the 2 investigative reports. And you have 5 minutes apiece. Are there any public comments? All right, I don't see any public comments. So the next item is I'm going to read a motion to go into closed session, and I'd like to advise everyone that our intent is to go into closed session to receive advice from counsel. After the closed session, we will adjourn. We will re-adjourn, or we will reinstitute the meeting under the same link, and we will vote on the motions that are pending from Director Brown. So I'm going to read the motion to go into closed session. At a meeting of the Board of Directors of Ocean Pines Association, Inc., held on this first day of March 2021 at 2 p.m. in a virtual meeting, the board voted to adjourn to closed session for the purpose of consultation with legal counsel and legal matters, specifically waiving privilege on recent investigative reports as permitted by the Maryland Homeowners Association Act, Section 11B-111-4 III. Motion. I'm making the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Just one point of order. I believe you mentioned that the motions for this, when we go back into open session, were presented by Director Brown. Actually, I believe they were presented by Director Daly.
Yeah, that's correct. If I said Director Brown, that was mistaken. It's Director Daly. Any further discussion on the motion to go into closed session? All right, so All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? All right, so what I'm going to do is I will be sending a separate link to the directors and Jeremy so that we can go into closed session. And then after that closed session, we will come back into this link.
And Larry, you're sending a link to Michael Neary as well?
Yeah, I can send one to Mike if I have his email address. I think I do.
Okay.
All right, so let's move into closed session. Josh, if you're monitoring, you can take down the sign you have up.
Should be down. Go ahead.
Thank you. We have everybody from the closed session? I don't think so, not yet. All right, I think we have all the directors on. All right, was Frank Daly on?
No.
Give him a minute. Frank, are you on yet? Is that you, Frank? Frank, are you on?
Do you want me to give him a call and see if I can see what the trouble is?
I'm texting him
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, his battery was running pretty low. Maybe he lost power
Oh,
on
he
his
said
computer.
I thought he said he
Yeah.
was getting it.
Yeah, he had 17%. Hope that's enough.
You're muted, Cammy.
His system was rebooting itself and it was 17% done.
Josh, can you forward the link to Frank Daly?
You bet.
Are we voting on anything for this?
No.
Or we're just giving information? Because I really do have to get back to work.
Yeah, it's really just going to be Frank withdrawing his motion. So
guess
it's up to you, Tom.
My question is, do you guys need me for the rest of this? Because this has been long and arduous, and I have tools on a job as we speak.
I'm fine with you leaving. You know,
All right.
thanks for being here all this while.
No problem. Thank you all very much. Have a great rest of the week. Stay dry if at all possible.
Frank, are you on? Josh, do you need to accept them into the meeting?
No, he should be able to get straight in.
He said he accepted the link.
There he is.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's okay. All right, so next order of business is motions from Frank Daly. Frank?
Yes, I am withdrawing the motions. And based on unanimous consent of the board, directing council to release statements regarding the B08 complaint and the management report dated December 7th, 2020, to provide maximum transparency to the community.
All right. Jeremy?
No, that's good. Thank you.
Okay. Also,
I'm sorry, Larry, one just quick thing is obviously we're going to prepare them, provide them to the board, and then for review and release. We're not just going to release them ourselves.
That's correct. And once we review them, if we have any questions or changes, then we'll get back to you with those questions or changes.
Yeah.
All right. And there's one other issue to let the community know that the Doug Parks has withdrawn his second for a special meeting regarding a motion to remove the president. And the board has committed to use whatever tools or tactics are available so that this board can work in a more cohesive and effective manner. Any other directors want to make a comment? You're muted, Doug.
Yeah, again, just so the public knows that, it was a difficult decision, certainly something that requires much thought. I gave it much thought. I've been giving it much thought for quite a while now. We've had several conversations about how do we get to this place? What can we do going forward? And I pressed, and I believe I received a strong commitment from the rest of my fellow directors that A, we've acknowledged there's a problem. B, we can't just sort of go, okay, we'll address it for today and tomorrow, and then it'll solve itself later on down the road. It'll be a challenge as we move forward for the next several months in order to address this issue. There are some issues. They need to be addressed. They need to be addressed boldly. They need to be addressed front and center, and there can't be any loss of commitment as we navigate through these difficult times. I've made that commitment to my other directors. I expect the same from them. And if it's not, and if we can't make any headway, which I hope that isn't the case, but if we can't make any headway, we'll make decisions going forward. So, but again, I thought about it long and hard, and it was not an easy decision, but it was something I'll stand by, and I will try to contribute as much as I can. I've led this board in the past, and I know we can get out of it. I was a president for 3 years, and quite frankly, on one of the worst boards that we ever had at the very beginning, and we got out of it. I had a lot of help, and I believe we can get out of it again.
Yeah, and if I could just comment, Larry, as well. I'm really proud of this board. I think in the past, boards have addressed their problems by waiting for them to solve themselves through director attrition, either by, terming out or resigning. We have also, over the years, addressed these problems by removal of office, attempts to remove officers, attempts to remove directors. Neither of those approaches have yielded lasting improvements, and in some cases have yielded greater problems. And I think the commitment that we have made to each other today to dig in and work on this problem and commit to persist in working on these problems using whatever techniques we need to use to really analyze fully how we got here and what we can do to move forward and heal this board, we are going to do. And I think that the public can count on that from us. And we will certainly recommit to that as we go through this process that we've embarked on today. I would also ask the public to allow us the time and space that we need to do this work, and to, respect that this is going to be a difficult process for us. It's going to take a lot of courage and honesty on our parts. And, we hope that the membership will trust in us, in our commitment, and allow us the time and space that we need to accomplish what we've committed to today.
Are there any other comments from any other directors on this issue? All right, seeing none, can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'd like to thank both council for assisting us today, and the meeting is adjourned.